Hello, everyone, to my webinar about the self-service approach. Um, and this webinar will focus on the self-service within the JIRA Service Management, of course, but we'll start with a little bit of background of the self-service. I hope you find it interesting. Um, a few words about the webinar itself. So there's no a lot of slides, so don't worry about it. There will be a live demo during the presentation, during the webinar. So it will be a lot of jumping between slides and the Jira instance that I prepared for you for today. And like the real session or demo session will be split into two parts. So the first part will be about the self-service features that are part of the default configuration as features that are out of the box within the JIRA Service Management. And the second part of the live demos will be a little bit more interesting, I think. So all examples that I prepared with that can be achievable with apps that are available on the marketplace. And then there will be time for a discussion. I really like the discussion, so feel free to raise the questions, and there will be time for the Q&A as well. So yeah, let's start. So what is the self-service, right? So this is the first question. I had, to be honest, a little trouble to find as very specific information when the self-service idea started. What I have discovered, also from my experience and my wife experience as well, that the self-service is very popular in the supermarket. So probably it started like 15, 20 years ago. And the idea is very simple. You just go with your card within the alleys and put things into the cards. So you basically choose whatever you want. So this is definitely a way of the self-service. The second example is also related to the groceries field, because once you have like a full cart with items that you'd like to buy, you just go straight to the checkouts, and it could be like a self-service checkouts, which is I think quite nice if you don't have a lot of items to buy. So this is another example of the self-service. In terms of the numbers, because it's a quite interesting, I find these two numbers very interesting. I hope you find it interesting too. So more than 81% of customers, they are trying to fix their issues on their own without support from the third parties. So which is quite good, because this is what we at our companies, right, are trying to achieve, like have a more and more self-service to free up the agents' time and let them focus on the more productive tasks. And in terms of the 81% is, I think it's about like two perspectives that we have here. Like the first is the proper attitude of the people. So if we want that people try to fix their issues on their own, they have to have a proper attitude, right? They have to be proactive. They have to be like able to looking for solutions for the issues or problems or whatever. And the second perspective is more about opportunities that we provide to them. Do they have a well-designed service catalog, right? Do they have the features that that improve the self-service, or right? If they have if they have features that allows them to do some actions. So two perspectives here, like the attitude, the proper attitude, and the second one is more about the features of tools, whether we provide them in a way that support the self-service. And the second number is also very interesting, I think, because it's about how much time and in the end money we as companies can save based on implementing the self-service approaches within our processes or within our tools. So the Harvard Business Review told that it's about even 90%, right? Like we can earn 90% with the self-service, which is very impressive number. Okay, about the benefits, because there are a lot of benefits of using self-service, definitely. I have prepared 7, and I believe that are well defined here. So let's start with the employees. So for employees, the real benefit of using the self-service approach is that that we can allow them to do some actions faster without any interaction, which makes them free to do some other more productive stuff. So it's definitely it's a time saving for our employees if we give them the way to do the work. The second thing is more about the service catalog. So self-service is I believe is connected to the service catalog, because the service catalog, if it is defined well, if it provides the options that have a valid, a proper workflow, then we can enable the self-service and work and allow the customers to use this service catalog properly. So definitely, service catalog also is something that makes our services more standardized. So each time when the customers create a request, the workflow is the same, the actions are the same through the whole process, right? So service catalog is very important. Once we have requests created by our employees or customers through our service catalog, we can monitor those requests. We can monitor how much time agents spent on that on a request. We can measure the quality and the quantity of the requests, right? So we can measure how many tickets are from the particular request type, for example. So we can also, if because I will show you some nice examples of the self-service features. So with the measuring, we can check how many customers resolve tickets through the portal, right? So if we measure something, then we can improve it. That's quite obvious. And with the self-service, in terms of the portal or the JSM or even general, we should always or usually see some updates and the current stage of the request or the issue. So even if we do some actions, there should be instant response. There should be information. There should be information that is sent to the customer, where the issue is, what was the status, what does it mean, the current stage of the issue. Then we have the consistent quality, right? If the issues are created through the well-designed service catalog, then the actions are the same through the whole process. So we should have like similar quality through all the process regarding all the issues. So it shouldn't be important who creates the ticket or where the ticket is created. Like, we take care that the quality of the service is the same or similar all the time. And the last one is about speeding. So if we enable features that gives the self-service features to our customers, we save a lot of time of our agents. You'll see later some features that definitely speed the ticket resolution time. Yeah, time saving is definitely one of the benefit. And the last one that I prepared is the fact that the self-service is not a human. It's more like it's a process, or there are the features that we enable to our customers to perform. So they are available all the time, right? So during the night or during the holiday, they are available to the customers. So it's more about customers when they perform some actions. Okay, so now we jump a little bit into the JSM area. So you probably know what does it mean, the self-service. Probably you feel it. Let's focus on the JSM right now. So JSM, like JIRA Service Management, for those who don't know, it's Atlassian, one of the Atlassian product that allows to run a customer portal as a single place for our customers or employees. They could also be internal customers, and those customers create different kind of requests through that portal. So it's a single page, single place where our customers can interact with our company. And the second part of the JSM in a highlight is what we have from the agent perspective, right? So on the portal, we allow us to create requests from our customers, and the second part is the part where the agents work, right? And it's more about ticket resolution. So it depends on the matter of the ticket. It's about changing statuses, working on the issues, like answering to the questions, to the customer questions. There's also SLAs, that are queues, and there are many other features that makes the JIRA Service Management a very nice tool for the incident management or for the ticket management in general, in terms of the relation with the customers. So this is very basic information about JSM. Probably most of you knows the JSM. And the next, so we basically starting like live demos. So I will start from the examples of the self-service features that are available to anyone. They are part of the vanilla JIRA Service Management implementation, except the last one, the virtual agent, because it's available only for the premium customers. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 examples. They are very interesting. Some of them are very basic one, and some of them are more complex. But there might be some kind of ideas for you how to implement or improve your self-service customer portal. Okay, so I'll now change the window from the presentation into the first JIRA instance, because I have two JIRA instances. The first one is for the out-of-the-box examples, and the second instance is for the custom examples. So as I said, very basic one. this is the customer portal, right? So this is the place where we can choose the project from all available to the current user. So we have a HR project here, and within the project we have the request types. So this is something that I call the service catalog. And we have the second project, support, right? So again, we have groups here, but when we click on the groups, there are the request types. So let's create a request type, because first on my list is the edit request, right? So let's imagine that we want to create a request to access to the Active Directory. We have such service here, and something that is not very visible, but here's the special field on the form configuration that we can add with some text, with some explanation to our customers. And this is also a part of the self-service approach, because we can add some information that is useful in a given context. So right here we have information that some applications, like the new accounts, can be created based on the domain. So there's no need to create a new account. And there's some list of the apps that supports this approach. So if we would create an access request for the app that is on that list, then at the end maybe there will be no issue here at all, because we just use this information to create account. So like adding links, any knowledge base that you can share, it's also good for the customers. Maybe they will use this information to not create a ticket. This might happen sometimes. So the ticket, I would like to get access to the Active Directory. Let's make a typo here. AP, for example, okay? And let's pick up the Active Directory here. So we create the request. And this is what the usually customer sees from the customer portal once the issue is created. So of course, we have all the data that we provided earlier, like summary, like some value in the selection, we have status, very simple one. This is the issue key. But in terms of the self-service, we have some options here, right? So the first one is the comment, right? That's the very basic one. Everyone knows how to comment issues, of course. So this is the comment that we can share with the support team. On the right panel, there are some actions available to us. There are the workflow actions. So we are able to expose the workflow transition to the customer portal, but there is one thing. When you click on the action, you can only provide a comment, and this field is required. There's no way to remove it from this place, and also you are not able to add more fields here. So this is quite limited, but it is available. So if any of you have this kind of requirement, this feature might be enough. So there are some actions available here. We have the information about the request type, and we are able to share the current ticket with our perks. And to be honest, in terms of the self-service actions available on the created request type, there's no more actions available on this page. So it might be good for the beginning, but many like middle or large instances quickly realize that it's not enough. This is the first thing. Looking for the edit request. Let's see. Let's see where's our edit, because I have so many request types. See, I need to go to the app configuration to see where the edit is. So just give me a second. This is the live demo, so it happens from time to time. So you will see how the configuration for the edit request looks like, which is good. That's very interesting. Just give me a moment. What happened here? Oh, this is the native. Sorry. My fault. So everything is correct. There is no edit because this is the native JIRA without any apps. Yeah, I will go back to my slide with the presentation and everything will be clear. So this is the self-service examples out of the box. So there's a create request, there's the knowledge-based links or links to the external resources, comment request, cancel, announcement banner. Wow, this one I forgot about this one. So in JIRA Service Management, there's a way to add banners. They look something like this. So we are able to provide some information to our customers, right? And it's available, like the configuration is available for GSM admins from here. But there's one very important limitation. You can have only one banner at one time. So looks nice, but it's quite limited, right? But again, if I, as a customer, find this information useful, then maybe there will be no ticket created by me, and it means that there's no work that should be done by the support team, which is something that we are really looking for. Okay, and the last on the list was the virtual agent, and I said that it's on the second instance. That's very true. So this is my webinar node 2, and in one location, so we could create a new ticket, of course, when we are connected through the cable. But the thing is that we need to wait until someone answers to us, right? So that's not the perfect solution. There are the better ways of doing this. The virtual agent, this is quite new feature to JIRA Service Management Premium. So how it works? So let's see that I would like to get the password for the Wi-Fi network, right? So I could just ask the virtual agent for the password. Okay, so this is my question, and the agent tried to confirm that it's about the Wi-Fi password. So I'm answering yes, and this is the password. Well, it's not our real password, but it's just for the demo purpose. And I can confirm that yes, this done job, like everything is okay, the password is working. Then I can rate the chat, and that's all. There's no issue at all. So I fixed my issue with the virtual agent without creating a ticket, which is very, very cool. Okay, is it the perfect feature for the self-service? Well, for standardized workflows or questions or issues, problems, yes. But if there's something that requires the human touch, then this might not work. Like the thing is that you need to design all the paths upfront, like I did before the webinar. So I entered some phrases that hit the virtual agent into this answer. So it's not it's not a superstar or something like this. It's quite simple, but might be useful for very typical cases, for the cases that are repeated all the time. Okay, so that's all from the standard features for the self-service. Then we have options to extend this those features that you saw. There are different ways or different apps available on the marketplace. Usually, we done it with the apps like many years ago on the data center or server. There was a lot of custom development done within the companies. Today, it's like the focus more on the apps. I think it's cheaper to maintain, and you have a lot of new features all the time. And in terms of the extensions that you can find on the marketplace, so I just recommend you to type in the marketplace the phase that you are looking for or the problem that you would like to solve, like the incident communication or SLA on the portal or something like that. So when you type what you are looking for, there will be some apps that maybe match your business requirements. So we as AppsVio, we are focused on the JSM area. We have a bunch of apps that provide small, medium, and large features to the customer portal and to the agent view as well. And so for the next demos, I will show you some of the features that we have, and they will be from different apps, not only from the feature bundle, which are the biggest app in terms of the JIRA sales management. So like the idea of the presentation for the next slide would be very similar. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 examples. So there will be a little bit like very brief introduction to each example, and then I will switch into the live demo for each of them. Okay, so in terms of the self-service, the first on the list is edit requests. So you know that like out of the box, you can't really edit the issue on the portal, right? So if a customer create a ticket and see some typo or something like that, he needs to ask for the fix the agent team, which takes time, which also takes the agent time. So this is not the perfect solution. The perfect one is the self-service, like to enable real self-service for the edit requests on the portal. So let's see how it works. Yeah, this is the time when I can create a new account. So request a new account. I would like to request an admin access to HP. I done the typo here. So yeah, selecting the system here, and let's create a request. So this is the request, and there's something new here. right? So there's the actions panel with some actions available to the customers. So those two actions comes from the feature bundle app. Let's focus on the edit request right now. So after the ticket is created, we just noticed that there's a typo here. As I said, we could write to the agent, "Hello guys, fix the name of the tool in the summary. I done a mistake." Or you can click here, and if the proper service is configured, I can fix it right here. This is part of the configuration, like the fields that you see here, the custom fields that you see here, they are part of the edit request action operation. It's configured to display only the summary and the description, but really you can add almost any standard fields and custom fields that you want. I'll type a description here just to show you that that it's not fake. Okay, so I fixed the typo here. So we have a proper tool name or shortcut, and we have an updated description right here. So very easy way to give a customer more freedom or more options to edit a ticket that they created. All right, so let's jump into another example that I have for you. So the next one is a fixed typo in asset selection. So where is it? Yeah, here. So you know the assets probably. So assets, again, they are part of the JIRA Premium. They used to be called the insights. Today they are assets. You can choose the asset from the asset picker or from the asset custom field on the create request. This is nothing special, but if you as a customer would like to change the asset selection, then you can use the same feature that I show you earlier to change the asset within the custom field. So let's create a new request type, and as I see in my notes, it should be get IT help. All right, so we are going back to the project, going to the common request, get IT help, and let's say that printer is not working, right? Very typical use case for the presentation. So it is not working. We can choose the asset here. This is part of the asset, like this field is part of the asset. So this is something that you can get with the JIRA Premium. So we are clicking the save, and we are on the created request. And then we just realize that we choose the wrong asset from the list, or we just wanted to update the selection for any other reason, right? So like this is a very similar story. We can write, or even we could cancel the ticket and create a new one. Well, sometimes it might work, but this is time, right? Creating a new ticket, it takes time. So we can expose the special action on the customer portal to update the asset by the customer. So let's imagine that the problem is with the HP printer. And as you can see, there's a warning here that we defined in the the action configuration, that it's something that that you can change the asset, but if the issue is in progress, it's not allowed anymore, right? So you can really configure how the edit or the action that is exposed to the customer looks like. So we can save it, and as you can see, the hardware will be changed. Yeah, it works. That's good. Okay, so the next example is the escalation. As I can see on the list, is the escalation, right? So the escalation is very, very similar to those two previous examples. It's again the action that we can expose to the customers. What we can do with the escalation. So like the basic one is just to change the priority field, right? So we can bump the priority. We can give the option to provide some escalation reason, or we can ask for more data, like some dates or any other information that is needed by the process. So how it looks like. So let's go back to our ticket, to our first ticket, with the access, right? So we have the escalate action here. We can click on it, and we have another window with another set of fields. We have priority, we have the escalation reason, and we have again the text that is some kind of hint to the customer how to work with this process, how to work with the escalation process. So we can, because all right, so we can change the priority here, giving some additional information. So when we go to the agent view, you will see that it's the highest priority right now, and there is value in the escalation reason custom field. Very simple, but allows the customers to work on issues, to interact with issues in the way that they want and in the time they want or need. Okay, let's go to another use case. One of the comments. That's the most complex use case that I have probably for you. Create subtasks by the customer on the portal. Wow! So that's the combination of the two apps, the feature bundle, which allows to publish the actions on the portal, and issue templates agent to create issues from template. So one of my colleagues noticed that we are able to connect those two apps to create the subtask creation, which is super cool use case. And let's see how it works. And again, I need to give you a little of background for this use case. So let's say that we have a marketing project, and our customers are our employees, and they can request for different actions, like, for example, for the ads campaign, right? So we are one of the employee right now to request for the ad campaign, and let's create this ticket. Okay, so summary, very easy one. Enters the question in the description. What's the budget? We can choose some other parameters here. Let's say it doesn't matter, just for test purpose. So this is the ticket with the question, right? What's the budget? Okay, so There is no information right now if the campaign will run, if the campaign start, because first someone needs to to approve the budget or to calculate the budget first. So let's go to the agent view, and let's say that one of the agent answer to our portal, it will cost $1,000, right? So we are going back to our customer portal. When we refresh the page, we see the answer and what options the reporter has right now. So, well, it depends on what actions we expose, but in this example, it's more about the approve, right? So the reporter, when see this response from the support team or from the marketing team, can approve this and can select a template or select a value from the select. In this case, this is the template. And when we click save, and when we wait for maybe 2, 3, 1, 0 seconds, and when we refresh the page, we should see, we should see the subtasks. There should be 2 more. So by the action that has been done here, we trigger subtask creation, or in other words, we trigger the template apply to this request. And the template is defined someone else. It's a part of the issue templates app. So with those 2 apps, we are really able to allow our customers to generate subtasks or even the other issues for JIRA. And which is very, very cool. There's also the automation in the background. So the automation does the job if there's a trigger when this field change, then the automation trigger the template apply. So this is quite complex in the background, but looks very easy. I don't know. But this is probably the first way that I saw in the marketplace to allow that allows to create subtasks by the customers. So if you have such use case at your company and you are looking for a similar solution, you can definitely reach out to us, and I will be very happy to show you how the configuration looks like for this behavior. Okay, so the next example, better classification of the request. So this is more about the service catalog. So let's imagine that we'd like to report a bug, right? Report a problem to one of our apps. So we go back to the help center, into the support, and into the applications, I guess. Report the system problem. Okay, so the situation is that usually in JIRA there's a cascading select which allows you to define 2 levels, right? And each level or each option is dependent on the previous selection. But sometimes it's not enough. If you have like a more complex service catalog or more complex categorization, then this option might be very, very interesting. So let's see. This is the best what I can do, just to see what I mean by the better classification of the request. So let's imagine that the ticket is about something on the portal from the customer action feature, right? So we have a 4-level selection here, and each of the levels is dependent on the previous one, which is nice if there's a business need to have such kind of categorization. how it's connected to the self-service, because I can choose the options without any additional information that I would need to pass to the agent without this this kind of selection, right? So that's another idea for very specific business cases. If you have something like this, you can use the custom field that we provide in the custom field suite app. Okay, so let's go. I know that I need to speed up some because it's 46 minutes right now. I didn't expect it takes so long. Intelligent banners. I like this a lot. So you saw the default banner on the service portal, right? You can have only one in a one time. But I would like to show you something very interesting. So let's go back to our printer, right? You remember our printer use case, like the broken printer. This is sub 17, right? So this is the issue. And when the issue arrives, there's an agent who take a look at this issue, and let's say that he knows what is the root cause of this. So the root cause is that on the second floor there's maintenance of the network cable. So he links the issue to that ticket link into the internal ticket, and the agent is able to publish an incident banner, right? So the banner is just information about ongoing incident, and we could provide the information that the printers on the second floor don't work today, right? So when we save the banner and when we go back to the issue for the request selection, we can see this information. So with this information, we would not create a ticket because we know, okay, that there's a problem, so I will go back tomorrow. Okay, so no ticket means there's no work for the agent, right? Well, it means more time for the other tasks for the agent. But the most interesting thing about this is that once this issue will be resolved, this banner will be hidden automatically. So this is designed to support a large scale incidents. And if there will be more incidents about the printers, they could be linked to this issue. And once this issue will be fixed, like or closed, if we treat this issue like a master issue or master incident, then the banner will be deleted. So let's check this. So as an agent, I just resolve this ticket because let's say that there's no more issues with the printers, and when I refresh the portal, you can see it's not displayed. So we can link the banner visibility with the issue status. That's very cool. Okay, so let's go to another point that I have on my list: access to detailed information. So again, let's go back to the printer issue. Where is my printer issue? It's closed right now. Printer is not working. So I've linked this issue to the net one, and we can expose this connection on the portal just to give the customer information what's the status of the linked issue. Like in this case, it doesn't make sense really, but you can. It's more about like setting up the workflow and the statuses correctly. There's also information about the priority, about the updated when the issue was updated last time. So what I want to say that we can show on the portal other fields and custom fields, not only that are part of the create request on the portal. So basically, we are able to display fields that are normally not available to the customers. Okay, so the last one, the order tracking. The order tracking needs to create a new ticket because there's a new use case, of course. So let's buy a new iPhone. Let's buy a new iPhone. Whereas new mobile device. Okay, so we have this request type. I would like to have newest iPhone 17 or 18. Okay, so who's my manager? Some additional information which is not required this time. And there's new thing, like that's what I mentioned about being up to date, right, by the customer. So we have a simple representation of the workflow. So we see right now that the issue is at the checking order stage. We can define some information. What does it really mean? So it means that it's wait for the approval. So we are the let's say that we are the guy who can approve this ticket. So it's approved right now. When I refresh the page, you will see that we are not on the checking order right now, but let's go to the in progress. And we should be in the waiting delivery. And again, we can define what does it really mean. And we can also go to the pending. So the pending could mean that, okay, that the iPhone 18 is ready to pick up at the IT department office or something like that, okay? And again, there's some information. So this is the way how we can provide more and more information to the customer to have less questions, less comments. Okay, so that's the end. There's a summary, but yeah, maybe let's go through this slide because this is the last one. So customer portal definitely with the default features implement the self-service approach. With the extensions, it's much more better. So at the beginning, the default might be enough, but you'll see very quickly that you need something more. Another thing about the self-service is design a valid or well-designed the service catalog, because if you want to enable the self-service, someone has to design it, how it works, what actions are available, at what stage, at what time, to whom, etc. And the default features are okay. Well, this is something that I told you earlier, that you have option to expand, to add more self-service features based on your needs. Okay, so now I will switch back to the chat because I wasn't able to see questions. Not sure if there are any questions. Let's check this. No questions. So if there are any, I think this is the perfect time to write the questions. If there's no questions, you can also send the questions after the webinar to me via the LinkedIn or to our support account. If you need anything with the configuration, or if you saw something interesting, just let me know. I can show you how the configuration looks like and what apps and configuration I have used. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for this hour, and see you on the next AppsVio webinar. Thank you.